Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. We're across the pond in England this week, and two teams are hoping to show off for an international audience. It's the Saints going up against the Dolphins.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle with the New Orleans Saints. Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
There hasn't been much to crow about when we talk about defenders in New Orleans in recent years. But Cameron Jordan certainly is a guy that we should respect.
Is he what they will kind of build around on that line?
Yeah, they have to, because not only is he a good player out on the edge, he can work inside a little bit as well. But it's his leadership and his passion for the game that they'll really utilize.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. They'll run it now out of the gun. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. In his 3rd year now, here's the punter, Matt Darr, to kick this away. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Saints will take. Shift together here from the D-line. And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. In motion right is Thomas. Ingram again, a first down carry. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. 3-4 defense, usually here you'll see the linebackers come up make those plays, but the nose tackle also vital.
That was so vital because what you just pointed out, normally he eats up blockers that allows the linebackers to get to the ball carrier. In this case, he did his job and then some, and there was no gain at all for the runner.
Breeze to throw on second down. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. It's complete. Flater, right side. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on 1st down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
On second down, Ingram. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. 2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did. On 1st down, Breeze. And it's complete to Ladarius Green. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy. Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it. In the red zone this time. After the penalty, it's Ingram. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guy's in the cornerback position. Now Breeze throwing on 2nd down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal. I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here, and just load up for it and see what happens. They'll run it with Kamara. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. To me, that's a terrific run on 1st and goal at the 3. They got 2 yards. I'd line right back up and give it to him again. Second and goal as the offense looks to try to punch it in. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Mark Ingram, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Saints have taken the early lead. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So now here come the Dolphins.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
They're ready now for 2nd and 9. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. On 2nd down, they'll try and run the counter. They find some open field here. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
So right now what I'm seeing an offense just firing off the ball a lot quicker than they can react. And not only that, they're sustaining the blocks too. I'm seeing guys get 6-7 yards downfield before there's even a hint of contact.
As they run the counter play. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Dolphins in possession of the football. But they face a 2nd and long to start things out. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Here's Tannehill.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the second quarter, it has been a struggle. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Here's Matt Darr now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. A reminder, later tonight, the Colts, they'll be in Seattle to take on the Seahawks. And then Monday night, it's the Redskins getting a 2nd straight night game as they'll head down to Arrowhead to take on KC. We're in October already. Can you believe it?
No, I can't. This one's moving fast.
The drive starts here with a carry by Ingram. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. On second down, here's Breeze. Caught right side, it's Snead. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic, and people wanting to put a little contact on him. Really well done.
On third down, Mark Ingram. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
You never know where motivation's going to come from. I remember in 2016, Mark Ingram fumbled in 2 consecutive games and got benched in the second game, but bounced back to go over 1,000 yards for the season.
Yeah, first time in his 6 NFL years that he's done that, finished with 1,043. Breeze now on first down. He dumps it down to Ingram. And running with power here. And he's brought down, but not before getting across midfield to the 45. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on first and 10. Breeze now. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
On second down, Kamara. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a third and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. Now the Dolphins are going to take another timeout here. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. This is Ingram on first and 10. And a short gain down to about the 33. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it. So those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Now they'll throw with Breeze. Flushed out right. And that'll be incomplete. He was trying to find Ladarius Green there as tight end. And it'll bring up third down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
In motion left is Thomas. Now Breeze on third down. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former Eagle, Nate Allen. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. After the interception, here's Tannehill. And over the middle, this is Parker. And he's going to get this one all the way up to the 30. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
And Devontae Parker was one of 3 Miami receivers to go over 700 yards last year, along with Jarvis Landry and Kenny Stills. But I do know this. They'd love to have one of them emerge and be that 1,000-yard guy and take the pressure off of everyone else.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. Two minutes remain here in the first half. My good friend Charles and I right back at you after this. Here's Tannehill now on second down. And his throw is incomplete. Kenny Stills, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Incomplete pass on second down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on third. They'll run it now out of the gun. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on fourth down. And the Saints signal for another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here's Matt Darr now as he's on to punt for Miami. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And that is very well done there as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field. Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards. When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield. He reads defenses so well, doesn't he? He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target. I don't think so either. I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Now a play fake here on first down. And Green with a catch left side. A big hit. Knocked down sideways. Looks to be right around the 40. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Again, it's Breeze. Caught by Snead over the middle. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when and told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging.
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So Breeze is going to stay out there. And they're going to go for this on 4th down.
Hey, easy. Hey, you waiting? Kill.
They'll go for it. It's Breeze. This is caught inside the 15. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. The Saints put up 29 points a game last year, second only to the Falcons, and they're in range to get some points on this drive as well. 1st and 10.
Easy. Kill.
Into the red zone, it's Breeze. This will be caught at about the 6. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
They'll look to run with Ingram. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He's trying to get his 2nd touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a 2nd.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
And Lutz puts this one through. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game, as we will send you back stateside to Orlando and say hello to Larry Ridley. He's got our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the 2nd half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the 2nd half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And his throw here's incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Breeze. Forced out to his left. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this 2nd half. Instead, it's 3rd down. Pretty lucky to get the football back. Had his target out there waving the arms, saying I'm open, but maybe didn't see him quick enough.
And I know the jokes are always about defensive backs' hands. What really actually happens, you don't get many opportunities. You get over anxious, and you start to think about taking it away and going the other way instead of focusing and catching the ball.
From the gun on third down, Breeze. Over the middle, it's Thomas. 23 yards on the play. Saints were the best team in the NFL on third down last year. 49% conversion rate. Helps when you have Drew Brees back there.
It certainly does, because he is just so analytical in everything he does. Goes through every progression on every snap in practice, so not much surprises him on game day.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. A 10th carry here for Mark Ingram. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
Ingram again. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were.
Sammy! Hey, kill!
Throwing on first down is Breeze. Escaping the pressure right. The catch made over the middle by Ginn. A very solid gain of 27.
But one thing you can never accuse Ted Ginn of is not doing his homework. He said that Drew Brees playing with him, that's the type of quarterback that can extend your career. Smart move on his part.
That's why he signed with New Orleans, and he's had a good career as it is. A lot of the good years with Carolina, but 11 seasons for Ted Ginn.
And still an amazing deep ball threat.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Kobe Fleener, his first touchdown on the year. And the Saints add on to their lead. He's got it, and it's 17-0. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. Jakeem Grant now to return. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Now a handoff looking right. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Now a first down throw, Tannehill. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. And now a first down following that long gain. So the D-line's going to spread out. Now a first carry for their fullback. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
I know a lot of times we like to put players in certain boxes. He does this and he does that. But this guy, he can do a little bit of everything. He's not just a lead blocker or a guy who protects the passer. Handing the ball, he might want to get out of the way.
They give to the fullback on the dive. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. On the give, this is their fullback. And a short gain here down to the 22. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to third down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
The Dolphins on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing on third down, Tannehill. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. And Frank's kick is good. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off that lead.
And now you put the pressure on your defense, who didn't particularly play all that well in the first half. But they're going to need to step it up here and make some plays if these guys are going to have any chance.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you think you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
Welcome back now here in London. It's the Saints. They'll be looking to expand their lead here. They've got the football as we start the fourth. Green, the tight end, in motion. Breeze now on first down. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
The wide receiver moving to a new spot. Breeze will try again on 2nd down. Green with a catch left side. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. I don't want to make a story where there's not one, but he threw the 3 interceptions last week. Looked a little uncomfortable. He looks much more comfortable today.
Yeah, just 1 pick so far and his team leads. So now they can play complementary football, meaning if he takes care of the ball and his offense, if they're humming along, the defense doesn't have to be out there as long. He's taking care of his guys on the other side of the ball.
They're enjoying a 4th quarter advantage. On 1st down, Breeze. Throw left side complete. That's Green. And he's going to get this one down right to the edge of the red zone of the chalk of the 20. A very solid gain of 27. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead, confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish. Because strategy would tell you, run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down. Breeze hands to Ingram, and now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And this is caught for a touchdown. We'll check the flag, but it looked like a clear offsides, and it should stand. Lutz to try to add the PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Tannehill now to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent. And now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
And they'll start this drive with very good field position. So after the INT, it's Breeze. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Neville Hewitt in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Now Breeze throwing on second down. And the pressure gets to him again. Stephon Anthony in there to get him. And this pass rush strong now. That's sacks on back-to-back plays. 3rd and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. Halfback sent in motion. On 3rd and long, it's Breeze. He goes underneath to Ingram. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Give him 6 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. Now they try the right side here. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation. This time to the tailback. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. And this defense continues to give them fits. They just can't get really anything going on the ground, can they?
I love the theme that you just brought up. This defense has been tough all game long against the run. We just saw another example of it there.
Desperation time for Tannehill on 4th down. Being chased out left. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jarvis Landry, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this lead. Wow, talk about a big 4th down conversion for the score. Defensively, how do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense, and you give them credit for going for it, having that kind of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
On the return, it's Ted Ginn Jr. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas, and now it's second down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete. Looking to go back to Thomas again, and that takes us from second to third down. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. He dumps it down to Ingram. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll bring up fourth down.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a fourth down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. The Saints do snap it. It's Breeze. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. A breakaway for Michael Thomas. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, his second touchdown on the season. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. And that PAT pushes the lead up to 23 now. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Now, before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. To throw on second down is Tannehill. And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it. And some room to roam now. And that might just cement it. A return for a late touchdown. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score, and a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
We'll be singing in the shower postgame. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And not a particularly good return here as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
On first down, Tannehill. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. And this looks to probably be the final play. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Or are you one of those guys
I'm a little
skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, you know, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? I didn't even know there was a portable laminator.
The things that you learn.
Golly, wise beyond his years. So for New Orleans, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And now it's off to Heathrow as they get set to fly back to the U.S. in a couple hours. Meanwhile, for Miami, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Tennessee Titans.